Hey folks, how are we doing today? It's Andrew down here at C. Harper Chevy, and it's a very exciting day because behind me is the all-new, completely updated 2025 Chevy Equinox. Behind me is the LT entry-level trim model, and I want to show you what you get with the new updates and styling for 2025 and show you all that comes standard on this completely redesigned model. So let's not waste any more time and hop right into it. And here is the all new and all completely updated 2025 Chevy Equinox. This is the LT trim level, the entry level trim model, because the LS is no longer available for the Equinox. This is our front wheel drive model. Of course, you can option all wheel drive as well. And we have all new exterior and interior styling for 2025. And boy, do I think it looks fantastic. Of course, styling is subjective, so I want to see your comments in see what you think about the exterior styling on this new Equinox. But boy, is it fresh, modern, and looks a lot better, in my opinion, than the previous generation, which looked fine, if not just a little bit smoother and a little more boring, in my opinion. This is much bolder, much more SUV-like, and kind of falls in line with the rest of the Chevrolet lineup. So we have a little bit more squared off look with it. In fact, this new Equinox is 2.5 inches wider versus the previous generation. We get some of those styling cues that we have on the Traverse, the Trax, the Trailblazer. They're finally making their way to the all-new Equinox. We also have all new standard features on the 2025 Chevy Equinox, starting up front with our LED headlights. So that's right, even on this entry-level trim model, you have nice, bright headlights, which are really good. I think they look fantastic too, a little bit stylish. Of course, we do have the optional safety package selected on this model, so we do have our LED fog lights as well. However, that is not standard on the LT trim level. It does fall within a package. Now, looking at the wheels on the all-new Equinox, these are the standard LT wheels. They are a 17-inch alloy wheel, kind of this graphite painted look on the outside. I think they're a pretty nice standard-looking wheel. They don't certainly look like a base model of sorts. However, if you do want something with a little extra curb appeal on it, you can select the Midnight option package, which will get you our 19-inch gloss black wheels, or through GM Accessories, you could also option some other 19-inch gloss black and machine finished wheels. Now, coming around to the side of this vehicle, we have an all-new side profile, and it kind of shares some of the exterior styling that we've seen on the new Traverse. On our C-pillar there, as you can see, the window kind of tightens up and then expands out as we get towards the back of the vehicle, leading to a very cool look. And our taillights really mimic the Traverse as well. They kind of have this nice swoop down. Of course, full LED taillights as well, which is very exciting. Boy, do they not look fantastic. Everything else on the rear end is pretty standard, of course, as well. Just looks great. Have that little kind of spoiler coming out up top. And of course, our rear window wiper as well. Just a fantastic update, in my opinion. Now, the 25 Chevy Equinox does come with 6 standard colors and 2 additional roof colors new for this year. So you can actually option this for $495 and get a black roof or a white roof. Of course, this being the Mosaic Black example, it has none of those options on it, but you could get a white roof with this color, which is pretty cool. Now, some few other things to show you on the exterior of the all-new Equinox. Of course, we do have our keyless entry. So as long as you have the fob on your person, you can just simply tap this button and that will unlock the driver's door or all of the doors. Now, as we take a look at the inside of the all-new Chevrolet Equinox for 2025, this is where the real updates will be seen. Of course, we have our nice, comfortable interior, but our tech has been upgraded immensely. So let's hop in here. Start the 2025 Equinox up by just hitting this push button right here, and you'll hear it come to life. Just look at the screen real estate on this baby. It is nice. Now, this being our entry-level LT model, we do have our standard cloth bucket seats. They're pretty nice and soft with this kind of cool pattern material here on the inside. They are fully manually adjustable on this entry-level LT model. However, if you option our Convenience 2 package, that will get you an 8-way driver's powered seat. And of course, our other models will have that as standard as well. Coming along to the door panel here, we have some nice textured, super soft touch material, a little bit of gloss black. Of course, our automatic driver's window, and then some more rubberized material up here and a cup holder and storage area down here. And if we pan up to the rest of the interior, like I said earlier, it is just a complete and thorough redesign, way more tech focused, way more ergonomics focused as well. Really just quite the update versus the 2024 model. And as we look at this, I want to remind you folks that this is all standard on the 2025 Equinox. So of course we have this beautiful new designed leather wrapped steering wheel. It is heated, of course, as well. Plus drivers and passengers heated seat standard on the 2025 Equinox, which is very nice. We have all our controls on this system to interact with our standard 11-inch driver's information display here. So we can toggle through that on here, bring up our Google Maps, our Chevy distance control, more of a calm screen. So many options on here. It's very, very impressive. We do have our standard cruise control here on the left side of the steering wheel. And this L button is for our transmission if we want to select the low gear, which is pretty cool. And of course on the side we have, as you can see, this really stylistic looking vents. Beneath that we do have our electronic parking brake, our automatic start stop kill switch, and our auto brake hold function, which is very nice. Now once again, like I said, big tech focus with this new interior. So we do have that 11-inch driver's information display standard for the 25 Equinox. We also have this 11.3-inch Google built-in infotainment system that comes standard for the 2025 Equinox as well. I think it looks great. It's a much larger size, 30% larger than the previous generation's infotainment system. And the fact that it has Google built in is super nice. So as you can see, we have our Google Maps up here. We have our Sirius XM radio. And what's really cool is you have more enhanced voice controls with this system. So if I say, hey Google, navigate me to PNC Park, downtown Pittsburgh.
PNC Park, all right.
Just look, that quick, it'll bring up the directions from our store to downtown Pittsburgh, basically using all audible controls. You can also use it for other features with the Google built-in system, not just our mapping system. You can say, hey Google, turn on driver's heated seat.
Got it. Turning on the seat heater for the driver.
And look at that. Now my heated seat is turned on without taking my hands off the steering wheel. Now I'm going to turn that off because it is an 85-degree day out here in Pennsylvania. But very cool. Of course, we do still have some physical HVAC system controls. Now on this entry-level LT trim, we do have physical manual controls on here. However, with the Convenience 2 package, that would get us a dual zone automatic climate control system as well. But either way, it's very easy to use. Nothing is buried in the system on this model, which is good. Of course, it is backed up by a 6-speaker audio system. We can get some upgrades into higher trim levels as well. And taking a look at the rest of the front passenger area of the redesigned Equinox, once again, just great styling with this vehicle. We have this kind of new texturized dash. It's more plush, just a little bit more comfortable, better materials in my opinion. And of course, as we look down here, we have this really nice and open center console. And you might be wondering, hey, where is the shifter for this vehicle? Because the previous Equinox had a traditional shift lever right here. Well, it is moved up to this electronic shift lever control on here, where you just pull forward and down to put the Equinox in drive, push forward and up for reverse, and that'll bring up our backup camera on this model. And the beauty of that is really just opens up a ton of interior space without having that shifter here down in the center console. So we have some cubby space right here with our USB-C and USB-A charging outlets. We have this area which I think is designed specifically for your cell phone that will slot right in nicely there. Another long tray here, our dual cup holders, and of course our center armrest right here, which is nice and deep as well. Plus, you need a little more storage. Well, we have a completely throughway right here with a large rubber tray. Really nice. So you get tons more storage options with the 2025 Equinox versus the previous generation model. And one other thing to note, while these are our standard cloth seats, if you do prefer a more leather-like material, our EvoTech seats are available on the LT trim level when you select the convenience package too. So that package will get you our power driver's seat, EvoTech's home remote, sunglass storage, dual zone HVAC controls, a wireless charging pad, our AutoSense tailgate lumbar, rain sense, and roof rails. Now let's talk about the safety features you get on the all-new Equinox, and it aims to please. We get a ton of standard safety features on this model, and that includes our automatic emergency braking, forward collision alert, front pedestrian and bicycle braking, following distance alert, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, and our intelligent high beam automatic high beams. Of course, though, we do have some optional safety features as well. So this model I'm showing you in front of me is equipped with our safety and technology package that comes in around $1,085. And that gets you our fog lights, that gets you our rear pedestrian alert, our HD surround vision camera. So if I put this Equinox in reverse, you can see that right here. Makes it super easy to park this new Equinox, which is very nice. It also gets you our traffic sign recognition as well, plus our rear view camera mirror as seen up here. Now let's take a look at the rear seats on the all new updated Equinox, and it is a nice place to be as well. Of course, we do have our soft cloth material here on this seat. We can get the optional Evo Tex as well. These seats also do fold down pretty nice and flat in a 60-40 manner. And we do have, of course, our center folding rear armrest as well with 2 additional cup holders. If you need even more cup holder space, of course, looking at our door panel here, we do have more of that soft touch material throughout the back, plus some additional storage space here as well. We also have a completely flat floor, which is very nice because if you're sitting in this middle seat right here, well, you don't have an awkward hump to kind of straddle your legs over, which is very nice to not have. Of course, we also have dual rear vents back here, so that's really great, especially if you have some kids in the back or pets. Get them some nice cool or warm air coming right into the back. You don't have to have it all focused on the front. We also have 2 USB-C charging outlets as well. We have mat pockets behind both the driver and the passenger front seat, and just a lot of space. I'm sitting behind myself where I would sit in my driving position. Lots of space, feels very comfortable. Nice place to just sit back and relax and be driven around. Of course, we do have our black headliner standard on the 2025 Equinox and our LED interior lighting seen throughout. I think it's just a very comfortable place to be. Many people are really going to like the upgrades that you get on the rear or the front area on the all-new Equinox. Now finally, taking a look at the rear end on the updated Equinox, let's talk about cargo space. So our tailgate here is manual as standard on the Equinox. However, you can get an optional AutoSense power liftgate with the Convenience 2 package. But either way, we get a ton of interior cargo room here. Once again, this new model is 2.5 inches wider, so we get a little bit exterior, a little bit added space in this model here. Nice and wide. Of course, if you need more room, you can fold down the seats flat here. We also have some underfloor storage here, which goes back really deep as well. You can put some items there too. But if you need, we do have our spare tire here as well. No fix a flat kit on the Equinox standard. Finally, as we take a look under the hood, we do have our 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder on the 2025 Equinox, making 175 horsepower, 184 pound-feet of torque, and some new transmissions for the new model year. So standard on the front wheel drive model is now a continuously variable transmission. Gives us a little bit better fuel economy numbers on the front wheel drive model. Now on the all-wheel drive model, we have a nice upgrade as well to an 8-speed automatic versus the 6-speed in the previous model. Alrighty folks, those are all of the updates and upgrades you get on the 2025 Equinox LT as standard. Let me know, drop a comment. What do you think about the updates that you get on this Chevy Equinox? Do you like the new styling, the new interior and tech? I think it's a really comprehensive upgrade versus the previous generation model, but I want to hear your thoughts as well. So be sure to hit subscribe. I've got plenty of new content coming on Chevy and all of the other makes and models we have at the C. Harper Auto Group. And be sure, of course, if you're interested in this vehicle or others, to check us out online, charperchevy.com. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.